Everybody, it is Brian Shannon from AlphaTrends.net. Today is Friday, the 15th of September, 2017, and the market had a great week here. You can see on this sheet that it shows the S&P 500 is being down today. It was actually up. The SPY was up 33 cents. It paid a dividend of $1.23. That's why it shows the red there. But we had a strong week overall. Biotech's lost a little bit of ground, but pretty much everything else had a positive week. So let's take a look at the action. There's the SPX. I don't typically look at the XPX for a simple reason. There's no volume represented in there, so you can't put a volume weighted average price on it. If we were to look at the SPY, we can put a volume weighted average price on. You saw that after the gap higher on Monday, the market held above the volume weighted average price for the week, all week, and it closed above it as well. So we still have a very strong market here, up at all-time highs. That is, of course, after holding some important volume weighted average price levels from the week before that we were looking at. So as far as the NASDAQ goes, we're not quite at an all-time high, but we are pretty darn close there. And I think I pointed out to subscribers that the next potential level for this market to go would be the measured move off of this low, 141 up to 146. So that's 5 points, and we would add that to the 143.5, meaning that we would be looking for a move up towards 148.50, which certainly seems reasonable from here. Backing it up to a weekly time frame, we are again above all the rising 10, 20, 30, 40 week moving average. It's innocent till proven guilty. Of course, there's always pullbacks on the way higher in an up move, but none of them have been fatal, and I would not expect them to be fatal until something more dramatic happens and we're below longer term declining moving averages. So the buyers remain in control. It's innocent till proven guilty. The Russell 2000 has had a really strong performance the last couple weeks here, as it is trying to gain some ground here. As we know, it's been stuck in a bigger range for the year, but it is still trending higher slightly. And basically I find this market to be frustrating and haven't been trading the Russell 2000, but if you're looking at it on shorter term time frames, there's always opportunities there. It depends on what your time frame is and whether or not you want to see that full alignment of trends the way we've seen it in the semiconductors over and over again. People have been saying each time that we dip below that 50-day moving average that the market is losing ground, it's over, and we've seen that the 50-day moving average continues to rise, and the market it's following the market higher. Moving averages are lagging. There is no leading indicator for the market, but we use these oscillators and indicators or whatever else you have on your charts as guidelines, as reference points to help us control risk and to find opportunities. And if you're looking at the semiconductors properly and have been looking at that 50-day moving average rising along with a rising 100, 150, and 200-day moving average, you know that it's been bullish all year. By the way, I want to take a quick moment to say that I'll be at the Trade Ideas Artificial Intelligence Search for Holly conference on October 1st of this year. So check Alpha Trends. I'll have a link for that, and I will be doing a spot there where I'll be actually the keynote speaker. So hopefully that will be something I can meet some of you at, and if not, there's also a link that will be on Alpha Trends that shows how to participate online for free. The Biotech Index kind of biding time in here this week. As far as our positions at Alpha Trends, we had gotten long in here, and we had taken a third off into some of the strength, and we got stopped out of a third here. So we have a third of our original position left. But right now, it's looking at, I'm looking at this as a correction through time, and most likely we'll be looking to add back to the position as it shows some strength next week. So still some nice relative performance and strength in general in the biotech, so keep an eye on those for further upside. Apple this week, they had their big event. Fortunately, that's out of the way and we don't have to hear about it anymore. It did lose a little bit of ground, but it's still a healthy stock within an uptrend. This prior band of resistance holding a support. We've got a rising 50-day moving average there as well. Today, we were stopped out of shares of Amgen, which we've been involved in since 171.80. We got stopped out of our final piece of that one today at 186. at 186.70. So, there's a lot of winners out there in this market. Obviously, I think I mentioned last week that we got involved in XXII on Friday, right in here as it broke some resistance. We got stopped out of that this week with very nice profits, and the market continues to give us great opportunities. I'd say keep an eye on PSTG. Here's one that has got a pretty good size short position, 14.5 million shares, and they just recently reported earnings. It's bumping up against this band of resistance. You get through this level, I think the stock has a very good chance of making a pretty dramatic move. So Tesla was one we got involved in this week. Also, we got involved on Thursday, right in this area here. So I'm still holding part of that. There are just great opportunities out there. So if you have a system, continue to do what works for you. Tune out all the noise. That's the key to success in the market. Listen to the message of the market, not to the news, not to the bearish people who want to tell you it's going to end. Have a plan based on price action and have stops to get you out when it becomes uncertain or things go against you. It's that simple. There's no reason to call the top. That's a foolish game.